Okay. Then I have Anna on.
Looks like she's joining now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, while brand is good, having the combination of T3 and T4, that's even better. But at least with brand, you're getting consistent delivery of whatever it says it is. So that's better than the unbranded, or the generic. So it's a step in the right direction.
And that's for the thyroid, right, Dr. Phillip?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So I was telling Tina about the CBD oil, the combination. So I know the 1500 would be a better suit for her, especially since she's got the thyroid issue, and she also has joint pains. So I was explaining that to her as well before you jumped on.
Yeah. So the nice thing about the 1500 is that you get the most CBDA in one container. So it's a little bit more cost effective. So you need to use less. So you can start off with less, like a quarter dropper as opposed to a half dropper.
Quarter dropper.
Mhm.
I know Anna had a few questions. She did mention to me that when she started taking the CellUV, she started getting like a burning headache. So, and I did mention to her to drink more water, that she wasn't consuming enough water. So I don't know if you heard anything else in reference to it.
No, I've not heard anything like that. Are you taking on an empty stomach, Anna, or what?
Yeah, usually in the morning, I would take it on an empty stomach, and then I would go do like a morning walk.
Mhm.
And as soon as I took it, it was like a, so you know, maybe it could have been a sinus issue or something, because it was like usually like the left side of my sinus, and then like a headache, and it would last all day.
Yeah, I've not heard of that effect. So you stopped it and then restarted it, or you just stopped it altogether? Or?
I stopped it, but I'm gonna restart it this weekend to see how that is, and try to consume more water.
Have you exercised before on an empty stomach?
Yeah, I hadn't started like a consistent workout or anything until then. But yeah, I usually do work out on an empty stomach.
So if you haven't exercised on an empty stomach in a while, that also could be contributing it, because what happens is your body pretty much overnight, or when you're fasting, uses up all the glucose or the sugar that's stored up in your liver. And then when you start exercising, the body says, hey, wait a minute, I need some energy here. So then it'll start preferentially breaking down fat, because it's a lot easier to break down fat than it is muscle. So then you go into ketosis, and ketosis is notorious for causing people to have headaches. So my bet is it's probably the ketosis. And then usually with hydration and about a week or so, people will get used to it.
Okay.
I did mention to her to try to have like 8 ounces or 16-ounce bottle with a little bit of 1/8 teaspoon of salt for the minerals in her body. Because I know that's what Christopher would tell us to do as well whenever we would get headaches like that.
Yeah.
I was telling her that she wasn't hydrating too much.
But it has to be some type of organic, natural, not processed sea salt. Even though you'll see things labeled as, quote, sea salt, the way it's harvested, where it's harvested, could mean that it's not
I
organic.
usually use the pink Himalayan salt.
So that's probably better, because the chances of something polluting the Himalayas are not as good. So it's better, but just make sure you check on the purity of it. That's all.
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
Good deal. Yeah, congratulations on getting back into the morning exercise routine.
I am. I'm trying. I'm trying. But it's been cold. Well, maybe not as cold in Chicago, but it's been cold here in San Antonio. They canceled school yesterday and today.
Wow. Just because it was cold, or was there snow, or what?
Ice, ice on the expressways and stuff like that.
Got it. Got it.
You know, us Texas people are not used to weather like that, okay?
No, we're not.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Which it
I was
wasn't
in-
bad. It was not bad at all over here in Houston.
Okay.
But I did get out of work early. She let us out of work early.
Okay.
Tina, can you tell Dr. Phillip the good news about the CBDA cream that you're using on your knees?
I love it. I'll put it on like before I go to bed, or if I'm hurting before then, I put it on, and it will last me for 2-3 days.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's
So I've been
fabulous.
giving samples out.
You go. Good
But
deal.
Giovanna was telling me of a new one that y'all have, the oil combined together.
Yeah. Yeah. So I talked to the founders of the company and to the guy that formulates everything. And I said they have a full spectrum product. And then they were going to change it. So once I talked to them, what they were changing was adding the 10x Pure delivery system, which is a proprietary delivery system to essentially make water and oil mixing. So this way you can absorb it. And then the other thing that the 10x Pure does is it stabilizes the CBD. A is the acidic or parrot form and is notoriously unstable. So you either get something that may last over days in the bottle, or because they can't process it, it doesn't last at all. So they don't even label their bottle, their product with CBDA. So far, I think the last time I heard, we're at 15 months of stability in a bottle. So in other words, the product that you're getting is the product you're getting.
Right. Oh, back to my thyroid too. I was telling Giovanna, the endo doctor, she was just like, I can't believe these 2 doctors never told you you need a brand name medication. So she said, since I had the surgery, my body is not absorbing the medication the way it should, or any kind of medication. She says, but mainly like generic brand. I said, oh, I was never aware of this, but thank you very much. So now I'm getting the brand name. She sent me the brand name. I mean, my insurance pays for it, so I don't know what the deal was there.
And what did she say about getting reverse T3 and the antibodies?
Actually, the other endo doctor never did the T3 on me. She did the T4, but she never did the T3.
Okay.
So she said
there's 2 of them. There's free T3 or FT3, and there's reverse T3 or RT3. Both of those have to be done.
I'll tell Giovanna to send me that. So next time I go in, I'll tell her to get that done.
Yeah. And then the other one are the antibodies, and they're abbreviated TPO and then TGA. TPO stands for thyroid peroxidase antibodies, and TGA stands for thyroglobulin antibodies.
Okay.
You said TPA?
Yeah, TPO and TGA.
And what were the other ones, Dr. Phillip, that she needs to get? Free T4?
free T3 or FT3, and reverse T3 or RT3.
Yeah, and then that way, next time I go in, I'll just make sure and tell her about this too.
Yeah. The interesting thing about the reverse T3 is that it can tell you indirectly how stressed your body is, how your adrenal glands are working, how cortisol is working in your body. And then the antibodies will tell you if your body is even converting adequately the T4 that you're getting in your medicine to T3, because T4 is what's produced by the thyroid gland. So when you have any type of surgery or you're having problems with producing, then the typical mainstream medicine process is just to give you some type of thyroid. Either it's the generic levothyroxine,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
or it could be a brand name. But even the brand name is just the T4. So at the cellular level, the cell, with the help of adequate amounts of iodine, breaks down the T4 or converts it to free T3. It's the free T3 that tells the cell to be metabolically active, to do all the things that it's supposed to do. Whereas reverse T3 binds to the same receptor and tells the cell to kind of slow down or to kind of conserve energy. So if there's more reverse T3, you can pump all the T4 into the system you want. It's not going to work because it's going to be converted to reverse T3. So usually for my patients, I give them some type of combo. The old standby is Armor Thyroid, which is a combination of T4 and T3, or NP Thyroid, which is from RLC Labs, and they also have a gluten-free variety called West Thyroid. So check your labs, see what happens, and if you're not seeing the results that you need, you may have to change.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens, and we can just work with your endocrinologist.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. So the good thing is that you're in Houston, and Houston should have a pretty robust kind of integrative functional medicine side of things. So they're not going to be so mainstream and cookie cutter, if you will.
Okay.
So did your endocrinologist talk to you about a gluten-free diet?
No, it was my first visit, so it was like something really fast. I do have an appointment March or in April. I got to see. But she does have she has weight loss programs and all that there too. But she was mainly, we were mainly focusing on my thyroid issue because I was feeling fatigue again. My joints were hurting me. My skin was peeling and very dry. I was having a lot of dandruff, and that's how I started when I first found out I had thyroid issues. So she said that my body was not absorbing the medication. Yeah. That's why.
Yeah, so that's why gut health is so important. And that's why being on a gluten-free diet reduces the inflammation in the gut, so that this way you can better absorb things. And then also dairy. Humans are the only mammals that consume dairy after weaning. And that's just because of the big happy cow industry in California and Wisconsin cheeseheads. If it wasn't for the big agricultural complex, you really wouldn't find dairy. So if you have to absolutely have dairy, then what seems to be better tolerated is goat milk products. So like feta cheese.
I don't care for milk.
Perfect.
I'm not a milk person.
Even better.
But I do love my cheese.
Okay. So maybe switch to stuff that's made out of goat milk.
I've actually had the goat cheese before when I was on a diet, and it's not bad. It's good.
Yeah. And the other product is kefir. Kefir is usually made out of goat milk.
Kefir.
Mhm.
Okay.
And the queso fresco is also made out of goat milk as well.
Okay.
That one you can use as well. You know which one that one is, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So being a gringo in the crowd, I don't.
Queso fresco is
It's
just
y'all's it's like y'all's feta cheese, okay?
Mhm.
I'm a little redneck Mexican girl, okay? So don't worry, I'm a little white too. A little gringo too.
As soon as people start rolling their R's, that's when I know that I'm in trouble.
I had
Okay,
some
don't. They call me imitation Mexican girl all the time. Don't worry.
Good deal.
I
So
don't have a
look-
cactus on my forehead, but yeah.
Maybe you take out the hanger, please.
Take off the hanger.
So I'm looking forward to following your journey.
Me too. Thank you.
Mhm.
It's going to be
Christina,
exciting.
did you try the shape and burn again? Are you back on it?
Which one?
The shape and
Yeah.
burn?
Yeah, I got them together at the same time. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm back at it. I
Did
started
you
just this
lose
week.
any? I'm sorry?
I just started this week. I didn't even weigh myself today.
Okay. Weigh yourself tomorrow just so you can give me your record on that one.
Okay. Yeah, because I even told her too regarding my weight. I was like, I just went plateau. I go, I stopped losing weight. I go, I don't eat. I mean, yeah, I'm a big girl, but I think I'm a big girl because it's Starbucks and alcohol. But I said I can let go of food. I got no problem with food. But yeah. And I started exercising again.
Okay.
So I'm back. I'm back to my exercises because she said you have to count your calories, 1,200, and at that it's too much for you, 1,200, and you have to exercise.
Is that too much, Dr. Phillip, for her?
So I'm not a real big calorie counting type of person.
Me either. Mm-mm.
Yeah, because then you're kind of a slave to everything. You're better off not eating calorically dense foods. So in other words, have a big salad. The old analogy is you can have a big like pasta bowl of salad and there would be less calories and more nutrients in that than a little kind of bite-sized candy bar. So I really don't like to calorie count. I mean, it's not a lifestyle.
No, I did start a food journal. I started a food
Good.
journal this week.
Okay,
Good. Do you have any blood sugar issues?
No, just a big girl. That's all.
Okay. The only reason I mentioned that is my patients are constantly in awe and amazed when they start checking their blood sugar after various meals that they eat. And that's a great educational tool because then they learn things that
Can I tell you something?
well, yeah, the foods that have a lower glycemic index.
I noticed that with the as well. So they would test their blood sugar levels and they saw like a spike if they ate, like if they did a cheat day or whatnot. So they saw the difference. So that's how they started changing their way of eating. So I thought
Yeah.
that was
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great educational tool.
Anna, did you have any other questions? I know you had some questions for Dr. Phillip. I know you were telling me earlier. I have you on mute. I'm sorry. Anna?
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
No, it was just the headache. The headache that was kind of right now. That was it. I just wanted to see if that was the issue. That's why I had stopped taking the cell UV. That I'm gonna try more hydration and maybe do that little sea salt, Himalayan salt on it in the water. But no, I didn't have any other questions. Not today, anyways.
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet that most of it is just your body getting used to ketogenesis.
That's yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And I know, were you going to start the shape and burn this weekend, or when did you want to start using that?
Probably not till next week. This weekend, I'm gonna start again on the cell UV with more water intake, and then probably on Monday or start the shape and burn. Of course, after I weigh myself first.
Yes, please. I know Jim won't be able to come on, Dr. Phillip. He's got like an emergency with the city.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so because of the snow and stuff, so he's not gonna be able to jump on.
Sorry, quick question on the shape and burn. I tried it to where I take one pill, and then I tried it to take 2 pills. I think the 2 pills work better. So should I stick with that?
Yeah. Most people see the best results with 2 pills.
Okay.
Some are taking 1, some are taking 3, but most people are taking 2.
And what do you suggest exactly what time to take that, the 2 pills?
So everybody's different, because I've heard some people will take it first thing in the morning with breakfast, and then another one like mid-morning, because for some people it disrupts their sleep if they take it too late. I have one patient that started off with 2 pills, and it made her too sleepy, which is kind of weird. So then she just took 1 pill, and now she sleeps like a baby. So everybody is different, but it seems like the average is about 2 pills, 1 in the morning and 1 about noontime.
Okay.
And how about if you take 2 at 11?
That's
Because
fine.
I have my lunch at 12:30.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Just monitor your sleep and see if it
Yeah,
disrupts.
I've tried to take 1 in the morning. I was trying like to adjust.
Mhm.
I would take 1 in the morning and then another one around 2 or 3, and then I would go to sleep late. And I'm like, I can't do that because I wake up at 5:30 in the morning.
Okay.
But I did try 2 pills at 11 o'clock, and I'm good with that, because when it's dinner time, I'm like, I'm not even hungry.
Mhm.
But I try to eat something just to put something in my stomach.
Yeah, I don't know if you've experienced this, but it seems like about every other big bag, I get 1 pack with an extra pill in it, so it'll actually have 3. And I don't want to kind of disrupt my cycle, and I don't want to save it. So one time I put 2 pills in my lunchtime, and I was awake until midnight. So, yeah, like I said, everybody is different.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna stick to my 2 at 11 o'clock, and I mean, it works all day.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So is it better to take it on an empty stomach then, or just right before you eat?
So some people want to have the curbing effect before a meal. Me personally, I think is better used for boosting your metabolism first thing in the morning. So maybe with a meal, or at least with a very large glass of water. And then if you feel like you need some help with curbing in the afternoon or towards the evening, then maybe take it on an empty stomach. But me personally, I take it with both my meals, with my breakfast and my lunch. Mainly I'm using it for metabolism.
Okay.
And for the remodeling or the reshaping, if you will. In other words, to keep my percentage fat down.
Okay.
I know for me, Dr. Phillip, I did change it. I've been taking 2 in the morning before I work out. So like at 5 o'clock, but around lunchtime, which is like 11:30, all depending, I'm starving. So I'm like super hungry. But I do eat a large lunch. And then my dinner, I'll have like a light dinner. It's nothing too heavy with a protein shake. So I've been switching up a little bit, and that's when I noticed how I lost those 2 pounds and half an inch on my waist. So that's the adjustment that I made this time
Even,
around.
but even though you said you have a large meal, I'm sure it's not calorically dense.
No, so I do have a lot of protein on there, a
Mhm.
salad and vegetables. So
Yeah.
I do have like, for me, I think it's a lot of people see it and they are astonished that I finished the whole thing.
Mhm.
But I do eat the whole thing. Like yesterday I had half a ribs and 1/4 of a chicken, and my vegetables, which was broccoli and not cabbage, broccoli and zucchini, and then Caesar salad. And that's
Wow.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I did have a lot. I thought that was a lot
Mhm.
because I normally wouldn't finish all of it.
Mhm.
And this time I did, but I think it's because I'm doing also the intense workout in the morning and taking the 2 capsules in the morning.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I'm starving at night or for dinner. So, and I've been going to sleep a little bit earlier at night.
Good deal.
By 9:30, I'm
Good deal. Yeah, everybody is different, and everyone has to figure out what's going to work for them, and how the day works out for them, scheduling. I mean, there's a lot of variables. So the whole idea of consuming foods that are not calorically dense. So the concept of caloric density means a lot of calories in a small amount. So again, it's that ridiculous example of a small bite-sized Snicker bar. That's about maybe the I don't know, the palm of your hand or the size of your thumb, something like that. But it can have anywhere from 100 to 200 calories in it. So that's what's meant by calorically dense. Whereas you can have a big bowl of salad or a big bowl of vegetables, and that may only have anywhere from 15 to 50 calories, something like that. Because most vegetables are predominantly water, especially if you have green leafy vegetables. They're predominantly water. So not a lot of calories, they're dense with nutrients, so vitamins, minerals, things like that, but they're not calorically dense. So, and the other nice thing about eating foods like that is you get full and you feel full. Yeah, I mean, you feel like you ate something. So, yeah, you're doing all the right things.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I do have another friend. I know that I was talking to a friend of mine today. Her daughter's interested in the shape of Mern, but she also mentioned that I guess she wanted to go either to get some procedure done, and I'm not sure what type of procedure it is, but I know it's something with the stomach, either the band or something like that. So I was telling her, I was like, well, ask her to see if she wants to come and speak with Dr. Phillip to see, what would be a better option for her. And if she has any health issues or whatnot too, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. I need to talk to her and then I'll follow up with her and then give you more feedback on her.
So the interesting thing is that most bariatric surgery programs actually require you to reduce some weight before surgery. And the whole idea is they want you to make a commitment. They want to see that you're committed. They want to see that you're accountable for all that. The sad thing is, and I try to steer people away from this as best I can, is for the most part, it's irreversible unless it's a band. But you're still kind of altering the anatomy. So if you can avoid that and do it through lifestyle or something to kind of get you over the hump or get you over the plateau, it's a lot easier to do that than to head down the road, especially if it's a bypass or a sleeve type of procedure, because then your anatomy is altered forever. And then there's big issues. And if you say daughter, that's even more troubling because it sounds like it could be a younger person. So,
Well,
yeah.
she's actually, well, my friend's older than I think she's 65, if I'm not mistaken, and her daughter's like my age. So
It's I had the gastric bypass. It's actually, people think, oh, you had the easy way out. It's not. You still have to watch what you eat. You still have to exercise no matter what.
Mhm.
I can't eat beef. It's very hard on my stomach. I get sick. Can't eat pasta or bread. So if you can do it naturally, yes, it's a lot better because let's say craving bread or you're craving something, you can eat it. It's hard. It's hard. Either way, you still have to keep up with yourself.
Mhm.
So that's a whole other wrinkle, Tina, that I didn't even know about. Because when you have bypass, your ability to absorb nutrients is dramatically altered.
Correct. That's my situation now.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're kind of set up to fail, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay.
And people think, oh, you had the easy way out. Why aren't you a size 0? And I'm like, no, I didn't have the easy way out. I still have to work for it. But people think I got the easy way out. And trust me, I haven't.
No. No. Yeah. Like I said, in a lot of ways, you're kind of set up to fail because the anatomy is altered forever. So,
yeah, it is.
okay.
And if I choose to try something, like one time I was cooking for my kids and I accidentally tried a piece of beef. I got sick for the whole night and never again. I mean, you forget, you actually do forget. Never again would I try beef. No.
So,
But everyone's different. Everyone's different because I have friends that, oh, I can eat beef or I can eat this or I can eat that. So everyone is different.
You never know what type of procedure they had, right? Did they have a bypass, like a Roux-en-Y?
The same as me.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. And then the other thing is that, we kind of alluded to this before, and that's gut health. So taking probiotics and taking digestive enzymes. So that would be dramatically helpful for you.
Yeah.
And I'll send you the bottle for the digestive enzymes, Tina. I think I
Okay.
sent it to you, right? You can
Mm.
purchase it through Amazon. I'll show you which
No.
one.
Okay.
Or Kayani has one too, for the digestive enzymes. So either one. I'll see which one would be better suit for you. But I
Okay.
know that Kayani has one, and then I also get one through a health food store out here. But they have that one on Amazon because a friend of mine ordered it too.
Okay.
And we're starting the workouts this Sunday. So whoever wants to
Okay.
join us, let me know.
Sunday, I can't do this Sunday.
Okay, it's
Having
at
a
10
brunch.
a.m. Okay,
Nope,
yeah,
can't do
I'm
it.
starting at 10 a.m. So I changed the timing, so it'd be early in the morning instead of
Okay.
at 1 o'clock.
In the afternoon. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, call me tomorrow after work. I actually have to leave right now. Manny's waiting on me.
Okay, I'll call you
Um,
tomorrow and then I'll follow up with you, with the CBD oil. So
Okay.
you can purchase it this weekend or next weekend.
Okay.
Okay.
All righty. Well, thank y'all. Nice seeing
Oh,
y'all.
your face looks thinner, Tina, though.
I wish my
Oh,
body
maybe
looked thinner, but
lost.
okay. No.
I'm like, maybe you lost some weight. Weigh yourself tomorrow, please.
Okay.
Because
Sounds
it
good.
does, your face looks thinner.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Y'all take care.
Okay, you too.
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
So I had a response of several people that were going to jump on Dr. Phillip. So I do
Mhm.
apologize. I know, well, I did leave her some samples. So I left her 3 packets.
Okay.
And I also left her like a little packet of the CBDA cream for her. She could try it out as well. I know that she said that she has, she was showing me a CBD cream that she gets from Arizona. And it has 400 mgs of CBD, the CBD oil. So I told her that this one's CBDA, so it's a different string. And I know Tina was saying that it was helping her. So even after she takes a shower, because she takes a shower every day. So she says that it still keeps on working for her for 2-3 days, which is good.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. There's a professor, PhD type person out of Israel. I think it's the University of Tel Aviv, if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Raphael McCollum. And in his research and his studies, he felt that CBDA is 1,000 times more potent than CBD. So even though you may be getting a bunch of CBD, the A component, the acidic parent component, is better for you than CBD. Yeah, I just saw a article today that Martha Stewart came out with her own CBD line.
Seriously?
She's promoting it. And I tried looking all over the site and I can't find anywhere that says how much CBD is in it. There's one spot where it says it has at least 5% of CBD, which really isn't that much. Yeah, I guess they're kind of hoping that because her name's on it, they're going to sell a ton of it. So we'll see.
Well, I know she has some businesses with Snoop Dogg, so I think so. I think they were collaborating together.
Well, talk about an odd couple, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah, which is interesting. I think so.
Very cool.
So I was mentioning, I'm going to be cutting the video with you and Karen and I. So that night I actually had taken the CBD spray, the night spray.
Okay.
So I was a little bit drowsy. I was like, oh man. I was looking at the video, I was like, oh, it does show a little bit. So once we do another one, we'll do another take. But I'll still pass that one around to several people. I know the first one, we have 28 views already.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Very cool.
Who else? I think I'm working on Tony's girlfriend. I'm talking to her. I was supposed to talk to her this week. But I guess not. I'm not sure if she was gonna jump on or not. I know Tony said that he was gonna jump on. I had another Tony too that I was reaching out to him and his wife to jump on as well. So I have several people, but I'm working on a few. I know Ever wants to do this shape and burn, Dr. Phillip.
Okay.
So she's interested. I know Martha ordered some shape and burn for her sister. Right,
Okay.
Martha? Sorry, I put you on mute, Martha. So she ordered some. I know Josie had me order some for her niece as well. So I was so busy this week. I was like, I haven't even cut videos for reversing type 2 diabetes nerds. I haven't cut videos for the other site. I was like, and it's been just a lot.
Good deal.
Yeah, so it's a good thing. I can't
Mhm.
complain.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great busy.
Right. So yeah. And then I'm working on a couple of other people. So we'll see.
Cool.
Sherry.
How's Alice doing?
Alice is doing good. She's cutting a few things for the magazine right now. So
Mhm.
she has to get her magazine out, I think by tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So
Okay.
she's just getting a few more stuff on there. I know I'm working on some of her sites on All of Us magazines as well. And we're trying to get a business going as well, just so it can be all together. So we have that going. So it's the Entrepreneur Society, Dr. Phillips. So that's what I'll be promoting us there.
Mhm.
I'll be doing some cuts there for that and just a little bit of everything.
Wow.
So we just didn't get a chance to actually do that business or set it up online.
Mhm.
I know we're going to be setting that up. I know I'm talking to it's a business lawyer too. So I can see a couple little different stuff for that business.
Okay.
So at least if we're setting it right, I want it set up correctly, either an LLC or a corporation.
Right.
So I know a lot about it, but I just want to be oriented correctly.
Sure. Makes sense. Makes
Right.
sense. Yeah. So I thought I heard something crazy out of Chicago, like vaccine passports. Did I hear that correct? What's going on with Chicago and vaccines and getting around and all that stuff?
I know you have to show your vaccine card when you go to a restaurant.
Wow.
So any restaurants, any shows, any hotels. So like for the events that we're looking for, I think we have to go more into the suburbs. So more like Oakland. I'm trying to see, I have a friend on Norwich. She's got a space there. I want to see how much she would charge us if we can
Mhm.
set up there. Let me see. So more suburbs instead of the city, which is sad. I think that's the reason why I'm looking more into Texas because of that aspect. And then my mom too. So we'll see.
Okay.
I'm praying on it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm praying on it, so we'll see what
Okay.
happens.
Okay. Yeah, that'll put a big damper on trying to do any type of business development, any type of networking. If you have to collect all that information just to meet with people.
Yeah, well, that's where I want to make sure, because a lot of us in the group are not vaccinated. So I know we're looking into locations where they don't look for that. So I know Oak Lawn, I've gone to the restaurants in Oak Lawn and they don't ask for a vaccination card. It's only over here in the city. I don't know why. It's sad. And I know like a friend of mine from work, he's like one of my friends, he's not vaccinated. So he had to call around different restaurants because he would serve there so they can get him in. I was like, oh my goodness, it's sad. So we'll see. So Sherry, is there anything in particular that you would like to ask Dr. Phillip? I know, well, let me ask you a question. Do you have any health issues by any chance? Sherry, I have you on mute. Sherry?
Yeah, it looks like she's still muted on our side.
Yeah, she's still muted on our side. If you can unmute yourself, Sherry. I just had that question for you because I know you're Alice's sister, and I just wanted to ask you a few questions just so we know what to ask Dr. Phillip.
Or how we can help out.
Exactly. Nope. Mm. Let me text her, maybe she can.
Jovi,
I can hear you now, Sherry.
I'm sorry, y'all. My phone acting real weird.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I deal with high blood pressure.
You have high
And
blood pressure?
yeah, like on Easter of 2020, I had a stroke.
Wow.
So I was in ICU for like 3 days and I had to go to rehab for a month. So I'm trying to get this together with this high blood pressure thing.
And was that the reason, Sherry, because of the high blood pressure?
You know, when I finally got to the emergency room, my blood pressure was 223 over 180, I think it was. And it's crazy because I had a lot of tests done, and they were saying that they don't even understand how I had where the stroke came from. It affected. I had it on the right side of my brain in the back, so it affected my left side. I still got the weakness. My vision is. They told me this was my new vision. It's horrible. I see an eye doctor every 6 months, a specialist. And to this day, out of all the tests that I had, then that's when I found that I had sleep apnea. I didn't even know that. So they said that could have caused it. So I don't really know.
Any issues with blood sugar or cholesterol?
No. My cholesterol was high when I had the stroke. When I was in rehab, I was in Shirley Rand Ability Lab. I was on cholesterol pill, which I'm not on now.
Yeah, so it'd be kind of interesting to see what your current blood sugar, A1C, something like that is, along with your current cholesterol levels too.
Okay. I have to go get a some blood work actually next month because I got to go see my doctor. So I have to go get some blood work drawn next month. So I know then.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea to talk to your physician to check out your cholesterol readings, your blood sugar, like I said, including that A1C. Check out thyroid because sometimes thyroid could be contributory to strokes, make you more prone to strokes. So, yeah, it'd be a good idea to get quite a few things checked.
Will do.
Good deal. You sound amazingly like your sister.
Yes. So Dr. Phillip, since she has high blood pressure, would this CBD oil help her out? Because I know that helped out Rita.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And most likely, there's some other endocannabinoid system that needs to be modified, whether it be the neurological system, which most likely, since there was a stroke pattern, we find out that CBDA helps out with people that have had traumatic brain injuries, PTSD. So, yeah, it should be beneficial. The only concern is some medicines. But again, if the stroke was due to high blood pressure, then that's usually not one where they give medicine to thin the blood. So, and that's really the only contraindication to CBDA is blood thinners, specifically the oldest one, warfarin or Coumadin.
That's good to know.
Mhm. Yeah.
And is there any other questions?
No, I'm fine.
You're fine, Martha?
I'm fine. Thank you.
No, I'm good.
You're good, Anna? Okay. Anything else, Dr. Phillip, that you want to?
I'm trying to recap the week as far as literature goes. And they're still playing off of 2 weeks ago now, the study out of Oregon State University, where it seemed like, at least in the lab, CBDA and CBGA helped out with preventing COVID. So that's been getting all kinds of play in the press for the past couple of weeks. So that's still rolling on.
CBDA, CBG?
Yeah, both of them.
Okay. I know I ordered my the new one. So the full spectrum CBDA. So I'm excited about that. So once I receive it, I'll be giving you feedback on that one. But I know, well, I like both the CBDA and the full spectrum. So I know the combination will be even better.
It should be, because the full spectrum is going to be now coupled with the 10x pure delivery system and preservation system. So yeah, it should be a better product. Pretty exciting.
I do have one more, not question, but my cousin, Fernando's dad,
Mhm.
I talked to him yesterday. He said that he's doing much better with the CBDA oil and that he loves it. He's like, I don't know, but I'm liking this. And I don't say anything good about anything. And I was laughing with him. So that was a good feedback from him. So I'll be following up with him and Tony. I know Tony's taking it and so is Lisa. So once I get more information from them, I'll be following up with them too this weekend
Okay.
going on.
Which brother is older, Freddie or Tony?
Freddie is, he's the oldest. Yeah, he's 53, and Tony's 49, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because he's 6 years older than me. So.
Cool.
Mhm.
Very cool. So any big plans for the weekend?
Just starting with the program with the workout on Sundays. And we roll it out again. I need it for myself, so. So that's why I was telling everyone. I was like, okay, come on. I don't want to stay lazy. I need to at least start working out again. But I did it earlier, at least by 10 o'clock. So at least I can do some of my errands afterwards.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Good deal.
So I'll be following up with a few people though. I know I've been getting reach outs from different people.
Mhm.
That's why I haven't been posting the videos, but I've been posting some of mine. That's how I've been attracting a lot of people. So I have old friends from like grammar school reaching out to me.
Mhm.
I have, who else? I have an actor that's also reaching out as well. So we'll see. I know that he's seen some of the videos with reversing type 2 diabetes.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna be talking to a few people over the weekend, and I'll see what's going on and stuff.
Very cool. I think her name is Trish. Is that right?
Yeah,
In Florida. Have you ever heard anything back from her?
she's doing Mary Kay.
Oh,
She
wow.
sent me a message. I'm allergic to Mary Kay. That's the first thing I started when I was like 19.
Wow.
But
Okay.
I'm allergic to it. Like I can't. And it's supposed to be a real good product. Don't get me wrong, but I'm allergic to it. I'll break out with it. So I
Mhm.
can't do Mary Kay.
Okay.
The only thing that I can use from Mary Kay is something with their hand product, and that's it. But
Okay.
everything else, I'll break out. My face burns with it.
So
So
is Mary Kay popular with the K-pop crowd?
I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so.
I wouldn't think so either.
So, because the K-pop, they have their own line. Josie uses that line. And
Alright.
she's been trying to get me to use that. I was like, it's too expensive. I go, I have CTFO. That one's perfect. It doesn't burn my face. I don't have to worry about anything. I go, this is the only one that actually worked for my skin. I go, so no, I'm good. Because that's the only one, like ever since I started it from September of last year, was
Mhm.
it? Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't breaking out. Everything's been fine with it. I like it. I like it a lot. And Karen's going to get the package deal, the sample package.
Mhm.
So she's gonna be using that one.
Very cool.
So she told me, she's like, so which one should I get? I was like, get the whole line of the cream and the exfoliator. I go, it's perfect. I love it.
Mhm.
So I go, I know I mix in the frankincense. Did I say it right, Martha?
Frankincense, yes.
And I'll put that in the cream and I'll mix it. But because it's winter time here, I have to put oil in my face. Otherwise, it dries up. I know with those three mixtures, it's been perfect. I like it. Like I don't feel like it's dry or anything. Like I actually have a glow to my face.
Mhm.
So even I've been doing videos without makeup, Dr. Phillip, and I'm not one to put out like be without makeup. Because in my culture, my mom would always say, you always have to at least put on some lipstick. You cannot go out the house without any makeup.
Oh,
So now, like I've been doing videos without makeup. So, and I feel confident with it. Like it looks natural and it doesn't look bad.
Your skin looks good.
I love it. Like I love products.
Yeah, that's good. Very good. Very cool.
Mhm.
Okay, so we'll reconvene next week.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Dr. Phil. You have a
Thank
good
you, Dr.
weekend.
Phillip.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Greatly appreciate it. Have a
Bye-bye.
good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Jerry, I'll give you a call, okay?
Night, Jovi.
Night, Martha.
See
Yeah.
you.
All right, let me call you right now or stay on, Sherry.
Okay.
So how's everything going?
Okay.